토트넘이 어렵게 FA컵 32강에 진출하면서 그래도 분위기를 이어갈 수 있게 되었습니다. 현지 팬들은 매우 만족하는 분위기이고 랩이 예상치 못한 영입 행보에 더 흥분하면서 스포츠웹에서는 메디슨, 로메로까지 더 일찍 복귀하기를 희망한다면서 손흥민 없는 공백을 잘 메꿀 거라고 기대하기도 했습니다. 그런데 최근 토크스포츠에 출연한 아그보나워는 토트넘의 한 선수를 심하게 비판했는데 바로 히샬리송입니다. 히샬리송은 공을 컨트롤할 수 없다. 공을 지킬 만큼 강하지도 않고 연계 플레이를 잘하지도 않는다. 빠르지 않기 때문에 침투할 수 없고 마무리할 수도 없다라면서 혹평을 쏟아냈습니다. 솔직히 그가 브라질 사람이 아니었다면 그는 리그 2에서 뛰고 있을 것이다. 나는 그를 조금도 평가하지 않는다. 네. 지금도 히샬리송은 브라질의 국가대표 스트라이커인데 이건 좀 말이 심한 거 아닌가 싶죠. 네, 그런데 그냥 넘어갈 수 없는 건 공격수 출신 아그보나우, 특히 빠르기로는 둘째가라면 서러울 정도의 선수였기 때문에 그가 본 평가로 강하지 않고 빠르지도 않다라는 말은 아마 새겨 들어야 할 것이고 받아들여야 하는 평가일 것입니다. 손흥민이 히샬리송이 15골은 넣을 수 있다고 한 말은 본인처럼 유효슈팅 대비 득점 확률이 높은 것을 감안한 게 아니라 기회를 엄청 많이 놓치면서 그래도 15골을 넣는다가 맞을 것입니다. 네. 그런데 그러면 사실 너무 아깝잖아요. 그 기회들이 자주 찾아오는 건 확실한데 그럼 마무리가 중요하다는 건데 자, 토트넘의 성적이 1위와 큰 차이가 나지 않으면서 해볼 만하다는 계산에 갑자기 전력을 더 강화하기로 했죠. 그렇게 영입한 선수가 베르너. 네. 근데 베르너가 영입 거의 확정이란 소식과 함께 토크 스포츠에서도 이 소식에 대해서 집중적으로 다뤘는데 자, 한번 보시죠.
Welcome back to the Weekend Sports Breakfast on Talk Sports. The former Chelsea and Aston Villa striker Tony Cascarino alongside me, Natalie Sawyer. And yes, TalkSport understands Tottenham are in advanced talks with RB Leipzig over a surprise loan move for Timo Werner. The former Chelsea forward is keen to return to the Premier League, so says reports. Manchester United have also held talks over a move for Werner, but it seems as though Spurs have jumped ahead of them in the race then to sign the forward. Does this surprise you, this move?
Yes, absolutely. And look, and I do love a redemption story because there are periods of players' careers where they have a really difficult time. Been there, done it, wore the T-shirt. Okay, and he had a disaster at Chelsea. If you look at Timo Werner's career in that, he played under 15, under 16, 17s for Germany, went all through the ranks, got a good international record, goals with Germany as well, one in two. Was a sensation at 16, 17. Got goals at Leipzig, did it really regular. This year he's got 2 goals. Last year I think got 18 in all competitions, Timo Werner. I've never seen a player miss so many chances in football matches. And some of the simplest. And look, we could go confidence, which I understand, I get.
Yeah.
But he's really found it hard to find his feet. This year's been a struggle in Germany as well for him.
여성 진행자는 토트넘의 베르너 영입이 꽤 신선하고 긍정적인 듯한 표정으로 카스카리노에게 바톤을 넘겼는데 예상 밖으로 베르너를 엄청 비판을 해버렸습니다. 그래서 여성 진행자도 꽤 당황하는 듯한 이게 아닌데 하는 표정이었습니다. 그래서 바로 분위기를 다시 바꿔줍니다.
No, it has, very much so, and we should just point out. So the report suggests this will be a 6-month loan deal. There is talk of an option to buy as well clause, although those details haven't yet fully, obviously, been finalised. And you're right, this season it has been a bit of a struggle at RB Leipzig. The club where he really made his name.
He's been in and out of time. He's had injuries as well, so
yes,
let's be fair to the guy.
That is true. He has missed a few games this season through injury, but it's RB Leipzig where he made his name. That's where he earned his move to Chelsea from, having had a terrific final season for them before the move to the Premier League. Signed for £50 million, I think it was, back in 2020. Made 89 appearances, scored 23 times, 21 assists. So it's not actually that bad a record.
No, it's to do with more for me is the amount of chances he had.
Yes.
Because he had some of the biggest sitters I've ever seen anybody miss. And by the way, I've missed a good few. I'm not, we're not immune as centre forwards to I don't even know if he's a centre forward. I always think he's better on one side. He played alongside Poulsen at RB's Leipzig and done really well off a big lad. Now, when they had Lukaku and him, I thought for some reason it might work because I felt Timo Werner needed a foil, a guy to lead the line and help him. And he look, the pair of them were struggling, so it was a really difficult scenario with Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. I still have to remind myself now. He's only 27.
분위기를 바꿔보려 했지만 오히려 카스카리노는 부연 설명까지 하면서 계속 베르너 혹평을 쏟아냈습니다. 여성 진행자는 이제 더 이상 안 되겠는지 베르너의 부진에 대해서 반박하려는 듯 장점들을 드러냈습니다. 그리고 이제부터 카스카리노는 솔직함인지 상황을 인지함인지 베르너에 대해서 다른 관점으로 보기 시작합니다.
But this is what I was going to say, because when he moved to Chelsea, and actually, yes, I understand there were a number of missed chances for him. But one positive for him is he worked hard. He was he's a
absolutely.
worker. He worked hard in
Yeah.
that Chelsea team. He never gave up. Obviously, he was a pacey forward as well, a pacey forward option for Chelsea at the time. But he moved at around 23 years of age, around the COVID time as well.
Yeah.
So could we kind of excuse maybe the period of time at Stamford Bridge because it was a difficult time to adjust to life over here?
And you could make the point that Chelsea was a club in transition at that period as well.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit of change. So yes, I can understand that. And I'd love Timo Werner to be the Timo Werner that was at Leipzig the first time round, that scared the life out of defenders. Like you mentioned that, really quick, blistering turn of foot, covers every blade of grass on the football pitch. You could never accuse this guy of not trying. He tried his sort. In fact, you could probably say he probably tried too hard.
Yeah,
You know, there was something about him. It's a really look. This could be a genius or an idiot move. Now, I'd like to think, you know, two clubs of the stature of Man United have been interested.
That's what's interesting as well.
Yeah.
There's two big clubs that are in for him.
Look
So
at
there's
him.
two big clubs that are thinking he could do a job for us.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got Richarlison. We've spoken about him a lot, obviously, since his move to Spurs, and it just not quite working for him. So is he an upgrade on him, for example?
Well, I think because he's versatile, you can play him in different positions. You know, you can play him on the left, or you can play him in the middle, or you can certainly play him in different positions, Timo Werner. So that's one of the attractions. It's going to come down to one thing: how clinical is he going to be? Because I don't doubt he'll get chances. Because he does. He got at Chelsea, like you said, the numbers weren't that bad, but he also had a huge amount of chances that wasn't very clinical for Chelsea at that time. So if he's clinical, he could absolutely redemption story.
And just lastly on this, before we move on to Manchester City, in terms of which is he better suited to, Spurs or Manchester United?
Spurs at the moment. Spurs, the way they play,
Yeah.
great chances, the movement, the bodies they get in the 18-yard box. He's a goal scorer. He's going to get way more chances.
It's that movement of Spurs because they flood forward.
Yeah, well, they
quickly.
Yeah, and they create loads of chances.
Yeah.
And I think it will come down to one thing: how clinical and no more. Because every other part of the aspect of the game, his movement's good. He can break the offside trap. It's just how clinical he gets.
네, 마지막 결론은 대박 아니면 쪽박인데 토트넘에 매우 잘 어울리는 선수라는 건 확신을 했습니다. 스트라이커가 히샬리송처럼 강하지 않으면서도 빠르지도 않으면 사실상 답이 없다고 봐야 하는데, 베르너는 그에 비해서 골 결정력만 문제일 뿐 탁월한 스트라이커인 것은 확실합니다. 그리고 그 골 결정력은 어린 나이와 팀 상황과 코로나까지 엮이면서 슬럼프라고 보는 거죠. 또 한 명의 아스날 레전드 폴머스는 토트넘이 베르너를 영입한다고 하자 완전 돌변을 하면서 극찬을 쏟아냈습니다. 손흥민에게도 하지 않았던 베르너 엄청 좋아하네요.
I was a bit harsh on Werner. The thing I was harsh on him at Chelsea, he is lightning quick, and he looks like he likes pace at Tottenham, buying Johnson, people like that. If he can time his runs right on a big pitch at Tottenham, he will cause havoc. But he was offside so many times at Chelsea when he was there. For someone who's that quick, if you're not quick like Clinton, then you need to play on the shoulder,
Aye,
and you need to
aye,
take a
aye,
chance.
George.
But if you're playing like Werner, you don't have to be. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but
know.
I'll beat you. I was quick. I'm quick. You had the quality in the number 10. You can just play me. I'm quick.
Okay.
I was quicker than you, and I
Okay.
can dress better than you.
분명 팬들도 전문가들도 베르너 영입에 대해서 도박이긴 하지만 해볼 만한 도박으로 보고 있습니다. 정말 베르너가 엔지 감독과 찰떡궁합 전술로 카스카리노 말처럼 베르너가 윙어를 맡고 31살 손흥민이 스트라이커로 뛰는 것이 더 나을 수도 있겠는데요. 네. 여러분들의 생각은 어떠한지 댓글로 남겨주세요. 이상 흰수염고래였습니다. 감사합니다.